Oh, goodness. Well, there's nobody joined this one yet. I bet I've done something wrong with the privacy settings this time.
Hold on. I'll tell you what I can see.
Probably can't see anything. Oh, one person watching.
That's probably.
Oh, no, it's Katinka.
This looks good to me, Nikki.
Hey, guys. I'm really sorry. I have no clue what the heck YouTube just did. Hang on, let me just clean the camera. I really have no idea. All of a sudden, for some silly reason, all you could see was my phone screen. And I didn't ask it to do that.
I wonder if you may have caught the screencast button.
No, because I just did everything as I should do normally.
All right. Well, it looks okay now.
Gosh.
This looks fine now.
We're here now. Hi, everyone. Oh, what a day. So you can see me, you can hear me, you can see the stitching. Yes?
Yes, you can see the stitching.
Great stuff. Thank goodness for that. I know it's been a day, but crikey. Oh, my goodness. Hello, everybody. I hope you're all doing well. Oh, my days. Let me just come through these comments because I know there's a few of you. Hi, Katinka, Sandy, Lindsay, Christine, Mandy, Anna Karen, Patsy, Lucy, Celia, Gail, Joanne, Heather, Cheryl, everybody.
What's going on? I heard you saying something about you don't know what's happened.
It's fine now. Tina, Rosemary, hi. I hope we're all well, and I can see at least a couple of you in here that were in the big stitch earlier on, and it's great to have you. Hope we're all doing okay. Sunday evening, I had quite the weekend. It's been absolutely fantastic. So yeah.
Well, it was all stitchy related.
It was all stitchy related. Of course, it's fantastic.
And in fact, actually, in front of you right now, you've got a piece of stitching which is on one of your new frames.
Yep, absolutely. So I treated myself to a few bits and bobs as well, but I'll tell you all about that in my floss tube this week. Oh, I have no idea why on earth my phone did that, but never mind. It's done with now. I've got my voice back, as I'm sure you guys can hear, after Wednesday when I completely lost it on Thursday. And on Friday, it didn't sound much better either. But yeah, I'm back to normal now. So yeah, I hope we're all well. It's been a warm one today. We finally got a summer. And the way I can tell is I've just seen an advert for Morrison's supermarket. They've put mince pies on the shelves ready for Christmas. So that's how you know it's summer, right? When the supermarkets are doing mince pies.
I mean, at this point, it's not even funny.
Well, I think it's quite funny. Yeah, we had a brilliant weekend at the Big Stitch. It was absolutely awesome. A little intimidating walking into a room with 250 other people, but really, really nice that we have something really, in common to talk about, which is just, wonderful. I got to meet a few people, and including my lovely friend Sarah from Pain Free Crafts, and it was just great because me and Sarah have been talking online for a long time. As you guys know, I used to kit for her. And to actually finally meet up in the flesh was just wonderful.
Did you send those pictures to me, by the way?
What pictures?
The ones you tried to show me earlier.
No, they're on my Facebook, though, so you can have a look. So, yeah. There were a lot of people there. It was a little intimidating, for a few moments. And then once you get speaking to somebody, you find your comfort zone, don't you?
Quite a few male stitches in that room.
Yes, including Morty and the, I can't remember the other person's name. I'm so sorry. Commented on one of the videos earlier too. There were a number of male stitches, which was really nice to see. And of course, one of the main speakers was Jacob from Modern Folk Embroidery, who is a truly lovely gentleman. He really is. I went and spoke to him and I said, look, I don't actually stitch samplers, but I can appreciate them. And he's like, yeah, I can understand that. And we were having a lovely chat, and it was fantastic. So, Dave the Brom, thank you, Sandy. Yes. The big question is, did I find number 12? Yes, I did. Who would like a sneak peek at number 12?
Well, I'm ahead of all of you because I know what it is.
Can you pass it me down, Andy, actually?
Yeah, one sec.
It's in my stash bag. Morty and the Brom. Yeah, that's it. Hi, Sue.
Tell you what you could do here, Nikki. You could put that side in front of the camera and see if they can guess what it is. Can you tell what it is?
Hi, Brittany. Okay, right. So Andy says to show you the back and see if you can guess what it might be. Well, it's a pain-free crafts kit. That's a clue. And it's got lots of dark colours in and a piece of navy even weave.
If you know PFC like we do, you might even be able to guess just from knowing it's PFC.
Maybe not, because it's a fairly new chart.
Yeah, but Sarah does like this kind of thing.
Yeah. So let me just take the front sheet out, because otherwise you're just going to get glare. The only thing is, it's a paper pattern. So I'm not loaded it into Pattern Keeper. I'm not loading it into Pattern Keeper. Oh, hi, Ava. Right. So Sarah came through because she brought lots of full coverage kits down with her. And I had a look through, and I'd seen quite a lot of them on a website, but there were some I'd not seen. And this is something that's completely different for me. And I saw this kit, and within an hour of the shops opening on the first day, I'd bought it. Gail, it's not an underwater scene, it's something completely different. So it is by I think they're Russian or Ukrainian names. You'll see anyway. But anyway, here's the kit that I've bought. It is a winter scene with a serpent running through it on navy blue Ada, 28 count. It's got, let's have a look. Doesn't say how many colours, but not many. 167 wide by 217 high. It's not quite a full coverage, but in it, it's called Ice Dragon. So I've got two full floss cards. So 20, no, there's 17 colours, and then there are 4 blends. So it will be worked over 2 by the look of it. I will be checking with Sarah. Where's the other flipping thing? Come on. Got chocolate in here, Andy will be having that.
Oh, yeah, I'll have that.
Not right now.
Why not right now?
Petite Treasure Braid, number 10. So there's going to be some sparkle. Now, Sarah's done this piece. She stitched it. And I saw it go out for the framing. But what she'd done is, where this has got silver treasure braid, she'd used blue. So as you can imagine, there's some amazing sparkle from the blue. And it's something, like I said, it's something different for me. There's some backstitch in it. some blends in it. But I am looking forward to starting something that's a little bit different. So yes, so we have number 12. Now I've got to tot up votes for number 11. So there you go. Let me just catch up on some comments. Let's see. Why is nothing technological working properly? Goodness. It's a lovely kit, yes. Yeah, love it, love it, love it, love it. Yeah. Looking forward to seeing the progress. Yeah. Hi, Kashi. Yeah. Andy is doing absolutely fine, aren't you, my love?
I am fine.
Yeah, he's just fine and dandy.
Fine and dandy.
He was off filming while I was stitching. So, yeah, all good. So, yesterday I took Envy and I worked on Envy. And today I took this one because obviously it's a pain-free crafts piece. And lots of people were talking to me about it. And I think Sarah's had a really, really good couple of days as well. So, yeah. Let's have a look. Yeah, number 12 will be stunning. Yes, agree, Mrs. Miggins. Memuda, hi there. Yep, the big stitch was awesome. It's the heat. Someone bathed the gremlins. You'd think so, wouldn't you? Okay, where have I done? Where am I stitching here? Lucy. Hi, Lucy. Still awake? Bless you. Lucy, I met her at the Big Stitch, and Lucy's one of the staff at the venue as well. So, you know, super pleased that Lucy came and found me. But yeah, I bet you are absolutely shattered, aren't you, Lucy, after a day like today? Been a busy one for you. So, a little bit of what went down. So I got there yesterday, went for registration, got a seat in the stitchy room, sat with the lovely Sue and with Barbara and Shirley and Michelle and another couple of ladies. I never quite caught their name. Really bad of me, I know that. But, you know, if you're in here, hi. And it was just really nice because I'd not met these ladies before. And, you know, it's nice to get to know different people. Then there was lots of lovely catering. There was coffee and tea available all day, things like Danish pastries, fruit. There was a nice lunch both days. And the staff were absolutely fantastic. We had a couple of talks. We had we had two from Jacob, one on each day. And then we had one from a lady who was doing, she was doing some work on the history of black work, and that was fascinating. I quite enjoyed listening to that. There was plenty of shopping, lots of vendors. So bags, thread pots, thread, fabric, scissors, needle minders, patterns, samplers, accessories, you name it, it was there. There was so much stuff, you know, plenty of shopping to go at. And of course I was popping in and out and giving Sarah a bit of a hand as well from time to time. And, you know, she needed to knit and spend a penny and get a coffee and what have you, you know, there I was. And, you know, it was nice to be able to support my friend. I was there until about 6:30. Was it on Saturday, love, that you picked me up? I always got his headphones on. I think he picked me up about 6:30 on Saturday. And I was absolutely fine until I got home. And the second I got home, tiredness just hit me. You know, like sometimes when it just is like wham, straight in your face. Yeah, I slept quite well actually Saturday night, and then we were back there, of course, to do it all again today. And we had Jacob do another talk this morning, and more shopping, and you know, there was optional classes throughout the weekend as well. A couple of signers. I was 1 digit away on the raffle. 143 came out. 144 came out. I had 143, and then there was a number. You know, for everybody had a lanyard with a number on it, and they called out a winner via a lanyard number. They called 204, and mine was 205, which was absolutely sickening. But you know, I might have to put a lottery ticket on. Could be a sign I'm about to win. So, but yeah, it was absolutely fantastic. The ladies who organised it were wonderful. There was nothing that wasn't thought about. There was leaflets on the tables. There was a tray on the table with, you know, sweets and biscuits and what have you.
Speaking of which, I've got some of them, haven't I?
Yeah, there were some button charms. There were some gifts. There was a lovely gift bag as we went in with a few bits and bobs in it, which I'll share on my floss tube, which I'm filming tomorrow for Tuesday. Free patterns, all kinds of stuff. It was just amazing. You know, lots of other floss tubers there. Hi, Norma. Lots of other floss tubers there. I wasn't able to get round and speak to everybody because A, I was stitching, and B, you know, lots of people were doing sort of walking around, and, you know, I don't like to interrupt. You know, there was, let me see who I can think of. There's Mama Loves Your GB, Michelle, she was there. Whilst Irie Snaps, who is Christina, she was there. I've mentioned Morty and the Brom. Couple of people who I know who follow me were there. Charlotte, High Heel Stitcher. Those shoes, Charlotte, if you're watching this, she had some of the most amazing irregular choice shoes.
I did wonder who Charlotte was. I saw that picture.
Yeah. Let's see who else. God, my brain's just not working. Sarah, Cross Stitch Sarah, she was there. I know Sarah anyway from Retford Retreat. Lauren was there, Floss Abilities, on Saturday, and her mum. And Jess and Ryan were there, Cross Stitch and Smiles. Lots and lots of people. Yeah, it's just so difficult to remember everybody's names, isn't it? You know. But yeah, and I would say, you know, if you can get to one of these, go to one of them, because you will have an awesome time. Was it only for YouTubers? No, Rosemary, it was for everybody. But of course, lots of YouTubers just happened to go. But it's open to every stitcher. I think they had about 250 spots all in. And, you know, so many, I think there were about a dozen or so vendor spots. But the hall it was in was big. And to be fair, probably could have fit in another 50 or so people and another dozen or more vendors, because there was a big space at the back of the vendors. So, but yeah, it was lovely. And, you know, for a weekend before I have a week off work, it was just the thing really to wind down for my week off. And it's thanks to you guys, because if I hadn't have been doing, you know, well on this channel with, you know, you guys watching the videos, watching the adverts and things, I wouldn't have been able to go, because Big Stitch tickets were not cheap. I think if I remember, it was close on towards sort of £200 mark. But if I hadn't have had you guys, then I wouldn't have been able to have gone. And I certainly wouldn't have been able to have gone and done a bit of shopping like I've done. I mean, that kit that I bought for number 12 slot, I've got a knot in that, that's it, was 40 something pounds. And I've got a few other bits and bobs as well, some needle minders, some scissors, scissor fob, you know, quite a few bits and pieces, which I, like I said, I'll show you my floss tube. And if it wasn't for everybody that watches me and supports me, I wouldn't have gone there. So thank you to all of you. You're all amazing. Oh, 50 of you in. That's good. Absolutely fantastic. Well, yeah, considering that I've had to restart the stream. But yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure everything that I've just said has come out all in a tumble. But yeah, absolutely buzzing. Really, really good weekend. I could have still been there at 6 o'clock this evening, but Andy picked me up at around 4:30, so I could get home, have my tea, and, you know, get my stitching back out. Before starting off on this. I take it that you made it home safe then, Sue, seeing as you've been able to drop in and say hi. That's fantastic. Glad you have fun. I wish I could have been there. Don't have to have a go. Tickets for that price. Yeah, I mean, the good thing is that it was 18 months in the planning. So, you know, you had a fair time, you know, to save up to buy the ticket, which was really good. Perhaps you're going to try and get there next year, yeah? Well, Sarah came down from Dumfries. There was a lady who came from Lockerbie as well. So, you know, you wouldn't be alone, Patsy. It'd be brilliant. And of course, where the venue was, it's just off the side of the M1. It's dead easy to get to if you're driving, and there's loads of hotels around. So, brilliant. I'm glad you were home safe, Sue, and the drive was better. And some people had awful times trying to get actually down. I mean, Sarah was delayed by about 2 hours. And I know that coming up from the south, Charlotte was delayed as well in traffic for about, I think, an hour and a half. The traffic was very rough in places. But, yeah, I'm so glad that getting home was much less traumatic. Oh. But yeah, I think it was definitely worth going. But I mean, I'm hoping. I think I don't know if you're in here, Ebony. I think I might have seen you, but I can't remember. But I'm hoping to firm something up with Ebony and do like a day meet up in Manchester or something. So Sue, you might want to see if you can pop over to Manchester and join us for that, seeing as you're only on the Wirral. Summer crawl, school's out, it's nice weather, everyone wants to be out and about. Yeah, that's very true, Silver Stitches, absolutely true. And I think with it being a Friday, kids off school, some kids are just broken up from school as well, depending on where you lived. Friday as well is the day that everybody wants to go home early. So, yeah, it just kind of snarls up the traffic, doesn't it? And as we just started to get some nice warm weather too. What colour is that? 3846. So I'm hoping that Sarah will send me a message at some point just to let me know she managed to get back home safe. She was looking to leave the venue for 2 o'clock to get back up to Dumfries, and it was 4 o'clock when she left, bless her. So But it was so nice. I mean, like I said, I'd not met her in face to face until today, but we were yakking away like, you know, we were mates who lived 2 doors down from each other, which was really good. Oh. Hey Enid, how are you? Doing really well? Doing really well with your weight loss, Enid. I've lost another 2 pounds this week. So that is 6 stone 9 pounds. Or is it 6 stone 9? No, 6 stone 9. So yeah, I was really happy this week. Oh, Karen Needlebug has got 1,200 stitches left on Fred. And she will be live next Saturday. I put a post on my community tab with a link. So if you're about next Saturday to do a live finish with Karen, just click on the link and click on notify me. It's 6:30 on Saturday evening. Hi, Kay. Not late at all. Absolutely fine. Please don't worry. This is Megan. Sorry I came in late. Can you let me know the artist of the kit? I can't pronounce the names. I really can't pronounce the names, Mrs. Miggins. Let me show the front page again. Ice Dragon, designed by Nadiza Gavrilenkova. I hope that's right. And the artist is Tatiana Verkovskaya. And obviously it came from Pain Free Crafts. So there you go. I'll just show you those names again because I've probably completely butchered them. So there we are. Okay. £2, that's great at this stage. Yeah. Well, I found out I was eating something that I really shouldn't have been eating because it was giving me extra sins. I was eating chicken roll like it was like wafer thin chicken because I found it in the deli section and I automatically assumed it was without sins, and it's not. And as soon as I stopped that, it started dropping off again. So that's great because over the last sort of couple of months, my weight loss has really slowed down. I'm sure you guys have noticed. Enid, down 22 pounds from your high weight. Brilliant. And thanks, Sue. Yeah, it's been a journey. I don't think we really talked about this much at the table. I started Slimming, well, we did have a chat about Slimming World, but I started it in August last year, and I'm 6 stone 9 pounds down. I was, if you look back at some of my previous videos, yeah, you'll see a huge difference for between then and now. No worries, Mrs. Miggins. Oh, thank you. Penguin Cross Stitch, please remind me of your name. You were sat at the table with me and I can't flip and remember. It's because I've just had, such a lot go on, isn't it? Slimming World expensive, about £6 a week. And obviously there you buy your food and things. But, I just buy that in the course of my weekly shopping anyway. Just looked on the website and they said there's no such one. Ooh, Chloe. Thank you, Chloe. Mrs. Miggins, if they're not on, it's because she's took them off because she took all of the kits down to the Big Stitch So just keep an eye on the website over the next few days as Sarah puts them back on. This kit, the full kit, was £45. So, and it come with organza bag to keep it in, all of the thread, 28 counts, a needle minder, which is a random one. Look at that kitty cat, a little black cat, and a needle and a naughty chocolate, which Andy's going to eat.
Oh, so.
And I waggled it at him and he wasn't even looking. But there you go. How much is that in kilos? 6 stone 9 in pounds is, oh crikey. Now we're asking. Let me have a look and see if I can work it out, Celia. In fact, let's Google it. Google's wonderful, isn't it? What did we do without Google? What is 6 stone 9 in kilograms? 42 kilograms. So I've lost 42 kilos, which is brilliant when I look at it like that. Right, okay. Does my employer cover it? Nope. Saw something today that discussed me. Huge banner stuck to the side of a building. Lowest cigarette prices around, right where kids and teens could see it. Disgraceful. We don't have any cigarette advertising here in the UK. We haven't done for many years. The government banned it. 12 is on the site, Mrs. Miggins. So, yeah, it is on the site. It's, like I said, though, I know that it's and things off, anything that's ready to ship, because she took them down. It's a big stitch. Very true, Silver Stitches. We did play outside and have encyclopedias, but Google's so much more convenient. So, yeah. Oh, my days. I really need to learn as well to stop talking so fast, because at the moment, I don't know why, but when I talk fast, since I lost my voice on Wednesday, when I talk fast, I go lightheaded. No idea why. But I do talk at 50 to the dozen, you know, I do talk fast. I always have. Anyway, so Chloe, who is up in my chat, Penguin Cross Stitch, Chloe, and was it Leah who was with you? Are both doing the Deadly Aquarium stitch along, and it looks phenomenal. It's not a sale that I've not done any new starters this year, so I've not looked at sales. The Deadly Aquarium one has looked awesome, and they were both doing it on this beautiful blue sparkly fabric. So, and you know, lots of people were like, wow, because every time somebody passed, they had to stop and have a look, and it was just lovely to see. You know, but they look just stunning, really did. A few people had retreat starts as well, and there were several people that rang the retreat finish bell, which was also great to see. But the ladies were lovely, and we had like games where we had to look under our chair for a sticker And if you found a sticker, you got a prize. And, there was an exchange, a big conga line. And it was really nice that, they let us know when lunch and that was being served, so we didn't miss out. Because what it's like when you get your stitching out and you get nattering, that's it. You completely forget about the time. I mean, I can sit here and stitch for hours at home and all of a sudden look up and think, crack, I should be in bed now. You didn't see that one, Lucy? Oh, it's the Deadly Aquarium has got, it's been released in lots of different parts, and it looks like an antique style fish tank. And then you've got all these deadly fish and stuff in it. It's like a puffer fish, and there's a shark, and is there even a seagull in it that's a bit, like it'd nick your chips. Yeah, it's a fun stage by the look of it. You're doing it as well, aren't you, Laurie? And what's everybody else working on today? I mean, obviously I haven't got Sailing Fairy out. I figured she could have some extra stitches, seeing as the kitter was at the retreat. Lola Crow, thank you, Laurie. Yeah, I couldn't remember if it was Lola Crow or if it was the lady that did the Under the Sea Woman stitch along. Like, what was it called? You know the one I mean, where you had the choice of what crown and what boobs to give her and stuff. Yeah, Lucy, you have to have a look for it. But, lots of people are doing it in sort of different hand-dyed fabrics and stuff. And the fabric can absolutely make a piece. It really can. Dark Queen of the Seas. Thank you, Christine. I couldn't remember. That's it. Oh, Cheryl, you're doing your Disney. Brilliant. Kay Head, patron of Saint of Green Chile. 89.51%. Scale is doing Sluka Eskit's Baby Giraffe. Wonderful. Patsy's working on Visit Hogsmeade. One of the many on Wednesday. Well, you see, I've enabled a few people at the retreat with that. I've told them I am happy taking no responsibility for the state of your bank account after you've seen this website. So, yeah. It's a nice, easy stitch, isn't it, Patsy? Those Country Magic stitches are lovely, easy stitches. Just seen it, love underwater themes. I've done nothing. I had a block nose, which left me lightheaded to sit up. Oh dear. Sent me a pic. I'll have a look at that in a sec. Christine is working on section 2 of 2024 Hadesal. Which one are you doing, Christine? Remind me. Sandy heading towards 50% on Daydream by Heather Edwards. Joanne is stitching Greta Goldbroom Bella Filipina. I need a new starter, so I did on Friday afternoon. Good on you. Come on, sharpen up, you silly picture. I'll sort that out in a minute. Let's see. Joanne stitching Greta Goldbloom. Yep. Adrian's still working on Mystic Mountain Nebula. Silver Stitches, it's Country Magic Stitch. Let me find a link, because I'm able to put one in as a moderator. Country Magic Stitch. And this camera is being very silly. Come on, focus. Oh, 2 minutes and I'll get it sorted. And Country Magic Stitch, start that again. Country Magic Stitch are having a sale and they have a discount code on the website. And there's the link. Patsy's still enjoying it. Great stuff. Cosmic Marbles, supersized max colour for Anna Karen, and found all 19 missing colours. 2 thumbs up. Rainbow Dragon for Christine. Mrs. Miggins couldn't find it because she looked up Ice Maiden. Oh dear. Lucy not stitching. Nope, you'll be a bit worn out after today's shenanigans, won't you, Lucy? Let me just turn this camera so we get it focusing. Come on. That's better. So I take no responsibility for that link. So if you like Harry Potter, if you like Narnia, if you like Lord of the Rings, if you like, what else is on there? Some of the old-fashioned movie posters. I think there might even be some Game of Thrones type stuff on there too. Although I've never watched a single episode of Game of Thrones, then you will like that website. Mahmouda will know it because that's where the travel posters come from that you're aching for me to start, Mahmouda. And I am seriously thinking about having more than 12 new starts next year. I'm saying that quickly, so I hope it gets forgotten. We'll just have to see. See how I feel. Right. Nicholas, simply an enabler, correct. Well, like I said, a couple of the ladies at the Big Stitch have seen that link, but I accept no responsibility. Groovy, right. So this one is getting some bonus stitches this week because I wasn't going to take it with me. I was going to take Envy all week, but then I thought, you know what? I'm going to take this one because a lot of people saw Envy on the Saturday, so I thought I'd take this one today. So it's definitely getting bonus work. There's a Pemberley one, and I love Mr. Darcy, Stonebroke. Oh dear. Celestian Dragon is still for you, Lindsay. Are you having your butt kicked? Oh dear. Mahmouda, oh yes, you'll remind me, will you? Right, okie dokie. Okie dokie. So from about April next year, start and give me a little nudge, will you? Because I'll have forgotten by then. I'll get these new 12 out of the way. Yes, I'm really sorry, Patsy. She's £40 out of pocket because of me. But hey, you've got plenty to do now, haven't you, Patsy? You know? Not that you didn't anyway, but yeah, there you go. Joanne, it's big birthday next, so 40 new starts, but without a Haid. Oh. I'm glad you said without a Haid, but are you going to be without a big new start as well? Because, you know, 40 new starts is absolutely doable if they're not all great, big, huge, massive new starts. you know, oh baby. I don't even know how I'd do 40 new starts. I really don't. Okay. Looking up Ice Dragon, and so is Lindsay. Right, let me show you this again, Laurie, because I have no way of pronouncing this name. And, you know, when you all order it from Sarah, do let her know it's my fault. Just rescue that treasure bread before it vanishes into an abyss never to be seen again. Put the thread away as well. So it's not many colours, 15 and 4 blends and some sparkle. Right. There you go. Nadezhda Gavrilenkova is the designer. So that's who it's under for Pain-Free Crafts. Whether she does it digital chart, I've no idea. But because it's got backstitch on it, it may not be ideal for pattern keeper and blends. So this week, I'm off work. So I'm going to do, obviously, my YouTube, my floss tube and my stitch with me's and my lives as usual. I'm also going to do a 12 starts for next year, final lineup. So if anybody wants to get any of them with me for next year, there's like 5 months. As long as they're not a retired piece, obviously. So, yeah. And my floss tube's going to be big because I got lots of bits of stash. So there you go. We could start to sell. Nicola made me do it, lol. Yeah, you could. You know, Sarah as well was saying about how pleased she is that the good name of Pain-Free Crafts is getting around as well. I don't know if you saw my floss tube last week, but I was talking about this piece and the amount of stitches per thread. And I was discussing it with her at the Big Stitch this weekend. And a few people also have talked to her on her stand as well about the same thing. Because I'm sure you guys will agree, when you've got a big piece, if you see like a few stitches of one colour, a few stitches of another colour, and it, you know, you're buying a whole skein of thread if you're kitting up yourself for like 20 stitches. There's nothing more annoying. Sarah was telling me today that unless there is a specific detail that calls to it, she uses at least, each thread has a minimum number of stitches of about 150. This piece has got 100 colours in it, and the one with the least amount left has got 206 stitches. And I've had no zeros. So there's no messing about with teeny tiny numbers. You know, 3 here, 6 there, 20 there kind of thing. Which I know is stitches. It frustrates a lot of us. You know, I mean, why have a supersized max colour with 5 ninja stitches throughout the piece? You know, that kind of thing. Can we add to your starts? You already are, Mahmouda. You already are. Because, you know, I've got those Lord of the Rings ones in the back of my mind now. And I did see another really nice one, Lord of the Rings piece at the retreat today. Any suggestions? Welcome for my 40 new starts next year. What sort of size and what sort of theme Are you looking at doing lots of little ornaments, biscornu? Are you looking at doing little pictures that you can frame? Do you like cute characters, realism, real life, that kind of thing? What kind of thing do you like? And then we'll throw some suggestions at you. Ninja stitches, yes, silver stitches, the ones where, like, for example, here I'd have one stitch of, I don't know, 823, and there'd be 5 stitches of 823 throughout the whole piece. It's not the case, but you know, you get the idea. But they're not together in a section. They're like all scattered through the piece, and you know, you do one, and then you might be months before you pick up that colour again on that particular piece. So yeah, let us know your likes, Joanne, and what kind of things that you like to stitch. And I'm pretty sure that I am not the only enabler in here. You know, of course, there's always the option as well of having an image of your own converted into cross stitch as well. Okay. Well, it cost me about $100 with exchange and shipping, no option to buy the chart only. Oh, that's a shame, Laurie. Fancy ladies, definitely cats. Halloween, anything, but not Haid. I think the Witchy Stitcher is good for Halloween stuff. If I remember correctly, I think it's the Witchy Stitcher. Romy, is it Romy's Needleworks? She does some Halloween bits as well. Who was at the retreat today? Oh, I saw Princess Eliana today. I saw that Mirabilia in one of the boxes Hawkins Hobbies had at the retreat. I tell you what, I was tempted by, and I did leave them in the end. She had Lavender and Lace, the original Marilyn Levitt inborn ones. Spring, summer, autumn, winter, and Noel. I was very tempted, but I thought, when am I going to stitch them? And I know lots of people have done the Lavender and Lace ladies anyway. Yeah, lots of Bella Filipinas in there as well, I saw. And they had a whole heap of Mill Hill kits, you know, the ones that are done on like perforated paper and stuff. Not my, to be honest, not my thing, but really nice to look at. Yeah, there were loads of Bella Filipina. Bella Filipina, Mirabilia, Nora Corbett's. They also had a, oh, it's in the wrong place. A few Glendon Place ones. So I was quite, I was a little bit tempted. And it was the pattern and the thread pack, but no fabric. And that's the only thing that kind of, for me, is the thing. I would have a real hard time choosing the fabric. But for the pattern and the thread pack, it was like just over £90. And I was like, I like it, but do I like it £90? And, you know, if I'm going to spend that sort of money on something, I want to be sure that I'm going to stitch it. Otherwise, it's a waste. I mean, hence why I've got all of these Gecko Rouge kits to start next year. Excuse me. Oh, my ears. Good. Yeah. Come on. Oh, I broke a needle this morning. I broke one of the ones that Sandy sent me. My ball tip needle. And look at that. clean in half. Luckily, I'd ordered some threads from Lakeside, and I had the foresight, even though I'd still got a Baltic needle spare, I had the foresight to order some, and they came on Saturday while I was at the retreat, so I'm good for needles. I'm waiting for the new Bella Filipina from Hawkins Hobbies. I had to pre-order that. It was £130, blimey. Now, I can absolutely see why they would be worth that. I really can. But the question is, certainly for me, is would I stitch it? I've got a Nora here of Capricorn, which I will stitch because it's fairly small. But it's a case of when. Kung Fu grip. No, it was working on She Sleeps. Just found a bit where it was a bit tight. Pushed it through and I was like, oh, that's not good. I heard a crack, and then the next thing I knew, the needle was in two halves. Yep, just snapped out of the blue, Anna Karen, but like I said, I think it was just probably a little bit thick on the area She Sleeps. And of course, I've been stitching quite a bit, so I would imagine that the needle itself would have got, not hot, but I think it probably would have warmed up a little bit, which would have potentially have weakened the strength of the needle itself. So it's Mascara Festival Queen and doesn't include the fabric. Oh, blimey. I asked Zarina about how she got any chatelaines with her, and she didn't because of the complexity to kit them up, which was a bit of a shame, because if I could have seen one or seen some patterns, you know, kind of thing, then I perhaps would have considered one of those as my number 12, but she didn't have any. But then by that time I'd found and fell in love with those, the Ice Dragon anyway, so. But yeah, Coffee Craft Fabrics were there, and she had a huge sort of double width table, literally groaning under the weight of fabric. And, you know, all different counts and opalescent and, you know, plain dyed and fancy dyed. And absolutely brilliant. But I'm not terribly into fancy fabric. I've got a couple of pieces. I've got some Witchelt Permin linen, which I hear is absolutely horrific to stitch on. And I've got a piece of Coffee Crafts fabric, which I bought at the retreats in Retford. I haven't used it yet. I've got a Mirabilia to put on it. I haven't started. Oh my God, these start lists, it's going to be racking up, isn't it? You're going to remind me I've got a Mirabilia and a Nora as well.
No new starts this year.
I mean next year. I've stuck to no new starts this year. I could have had any one of a number of new starts at the retreat, but I didn't. I was a good girl.
The only reason I'm mentioning that is because, you know, you've got all these new starts. You might be tempted.
I'm not going to be tempted. I'm going to win my bet. For those of excuse me. For those of you that don't know, there's a Gecko Rouge riding on it.
Which you're probably going to get anyway, even if you didn't have a new start. Because I know you, woman.
Oh, do you now?
I do. Very, very well.
And Chloe, who's in here, is the lady who lives in Ashbourne, dear.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I said I might see her at Shrovetide next year if we make it down.
Did you see her at Big Stitch?
Yeah.
Oh.
She's sat on my table.
Oh.
You can go back to sleep now.
Have you?
Yeah, I told her that we went for Shrovetide for the
I was
Ash.
gonna say, have you pointed her in the direction of the Ashbourne video?
Yeah, I said that you were there, the village idiot.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we were there for Shrovetide. That was fun.
That was fun, yeah.
Well, couldn't really see the ball, but
Well, no, especially when it got caught under the bridge, and then it got caught in that the park part. What would you call it? Like a culvert?
in the culvert, yeah.
Anna Karen says, "Nice try, Andy."
Hey, look, I'll try anything once.
That's twice in recent weeks. You can just stop it now because you're not going to win. We believe in you, Nicola. We know you can resist the new start temptation. Hey, we are over halfway through the year. I have resisted. So he has got no chance, has he?
I'm trying. But like I said, even if you did make a new start this year, you'd probably still get the kit anyway.
Well, probably, yeah, because you're daft.
I'm not daft. I just know that you like stitching, and that's what makes you happy.
It certainly does.
So, you know.
What is it you say, usually? I look weird without a needle in my hand.
Yep, absolutely.
But I do fully agree with Patsy. It's a silly thing to say. You're never going to win. Patsy says she wishes she could say the same. Well, that's my fault, Patsy. Really sorry and all that. But yeah, it's been a good stitchy year, and we're only halfway through. What did Andy say that was silly? He said I could have a new start if I wanted. But he thinks that I have forgotten about our bet.
I haven't forgotten about it.
No, but you're still trying, aren't you?
Yeah, but I'm allowed to.
I told you the only new starts I have are my model stitches. Oh yeah, and I will get it anyway. I get the kit anyway. Yeah, yeah, because Andy's usually stumped about what to get me for birthdays and Christmas, and seeing as they fall within a month of one another.
Well, yeah.
Hey, Patsy, you'll be glad to hear it's all quiet on the Western Front tonight. There's no arguments about who goes in the bath first. Because I don't think either of them have gone in, have they?
Lauren just washed her hair, that's it.
Oh, there you go. See? There is no all-out warfare. Silver Stitcher says, Andy, get behind me. Sorry to disappoint, Patsy. If they do carry on bickering, I'm putting them on a coach and sending them up your way. Mind you, they get on at Meadowhall and probably get bounced off it by Sheffield City Centre. We'd normally have Grandad here on a Sunday for his dinner, but because I've been at the Big Stitch, we haven't done a Sunday dinner this week. So Hannah's been to Grandad's today, and then when Andy picked her up, he came to pick me up from the Big Stitch. He says, I'm in the car park. Well, the car park's quite a big place. Like, where in the car park? Yeah. And then all of a sudden I hear this shouting at me. Yeah, come with Hannah and Lauren. Go away for a day and they all miss me. Oscar Wilde once said that he could resist anything but temptation. I'm one of those people that can resist. I'm quite good. If I'm told I can't have something, I'll not have it. Although I didn't resist temptation with the cakes this afternoon. Sue will attest to that. I did partake in a couple of cakes at the Big Stitch. But heck, it's one day out of a week where I'm having a couple of extra bits and bobs because they were nice. They were a very nice cake. And the lady behind the counter said I could have some, and Sue heard her. She said calories don't count on the weekend. So I went, great. They were only small pieces. They were only sort of perhaps 2 by 2 inch square. No, there wasn't cream. They were sponge cake. There were a caramel, one of them biscuit base with caramel on top and chocolate over the top of that. What do you call that? Shortbread. Millionaire shortbread. And there was some pistachio vegan gluten-free cake with like a buttercream topping kind of thing. It tasted like a buttercream topping, and that was really nice. So I had a couple of little pieces of cake. I had a couple of biscuits this morning as well. I was equally naughty with that because it just felt like a biscuits kind of morning. So, and then lunch yesterday there was some sandwiches, and there was some chicken skewers, and one or two other sort of finger foody bits, like mini quiches, that kind of thing, sausage rolls. And today there was vegetable skewers, which were quite nice, onion bhaji, duck spring rolls, and again sandwiches, pork pie, sausage rolls, that kind of thing. Food was really nice. All I've eaten today is water and Coke Zero, but that's on purpose. Are you fasting, Enid? Are you doing like a fasting cycle? Seems I've got a couple of stitches marked off, which really shouldn't be. Let's have a look at those. One meal a day. Yeah, that's it. Hi, Joe. How are you? This one's getting extra stitches today because I took it to the Big Stitch this weekend. My Sunday stitch today should have been Envy. But I took that to the Big Stitch yesterday, and then I'm giving this one some extra stitches because Stitching Shelf was my Friday, Saturday stitch. Or was it opposite way around? Anyway, so this one's getting extra. Anyway, however you look at it. Oh, Sarah's back home. Fantastic news. She's just sent me a message. So let's just go and read that. Excuse me. Come on, Facebook, Lord, don't be silly. Okay. Oh, everything's so slow today. So she starts off, was a decent, been back about half an hour. I've had my tea and a cup of my own coffee. It was a decent run back, but I'm shattered. It was good to finally meet you in person. Ah, that's wonderful. I'll have a look at your picture as well, Enid, while I'm on Facebook. Oh, they're so cute.
Cute.
It looks like an umbrella from where I'm sitting.
Don't tell Hannah.
Oh no, Hannah has a thing about umbrellas. Oh, I'm so glad that Sarah's got home okay. She's had obviously less of a nightmare. So I said about 8:30, didn't I?
You did.
Okay, so Sammy has just said on the Big Stitch Facebook group that the next Big Stitch will be in 2026.
And where will that be?
No idea yet. They are going to have a bit of a break and then start planning. Oh, Joe, it was fab. It was absolutely fab. It really was. It was phenomenal. Plenty of people, plenty of shopping, lots of stash enhancement. So, yeah, a real great, fantastic weekend. Speech holiday freebie. Oh, right. Wow, that's vague. Yeah, well, they haven't even started. A lot of people have said we must have another. But obviously they've got to take some time out to get over this one. It's been about 18 months or so in the planning. Then I'm sure they'll share it with us when the time's right. Hey, Morty and the Brom, how you doing? I showed the picture to my hubby. He's like, yay, there are men at the Big Stitch.
Is that the guy with the bandana?
Yeah. And when you were doing your live on YouTube, I was sat gas bagging with Sarah at Pain Free Crafts on her stall. Because I saw my head. Joe, yes, I did. It's Pain Free Crafts kit. Let me dig it out again. It comes in kit form. There's no PDF from what Laurie has said. Oh, bless her, bet you're knackered. Right, so this was kit this is now for number 12. It's called Ice Dragon. And I'll let you read the names because I have no clue really how to say them. I have already butchered them at least twice. And that is the picture. And it's 15 colours plus 4 blends plus some treasure braid on 28 counts over 2. And I got the kit and it was the Princess Summer 45 quid. But I will be doing a video about it this week because I'll show off everything I've got from the Big Stitch and everything that I've got for next year's new starts as well, so that if you want to join in, you've got time to obtain them. So, Morty and the Brom, have you got home yet? Or no, you were in Truro, aren't you? So, hotel? Or are you still at the event? Oh, no, definitely not at the event. It's closed now. So, I would imagine that you're in the hotel, hopefully having a nice bite to eat and a drink. Because they've come from Truro. Oh, Andy's got his earphones. Oh, he hasn't got his earphones.
What was that, sorry?
They, Mad Morty and the Brom come from Truro.
Blimey. That's a long way.
Yeah, well, there was a few people from the South Coast.
Yeah, Charlotte for one.
Charlotte, yeah, and Barbara, who was also on the table with me. Although she went back today. She was at the event yesterday and went back. Travelled down today. Hi, Maria. How are you? Laurie went to a concert last night, 2 hours drive, overnight accommodations fell through. Oh dear. Got to a buddy's house at 3:30 a.m. You know, I'm not surprised you're knackered. I would be as well. 3:30, I'm about turning over to toast on the other side and normally fighting Andy for a bit of cover, like I was last night. At our hotel, having had a nice dinner. Great stuff. Fabulous, fabulous. Well, Sarah from Pain Free has just messaged she's got home about half an hour ago. She had a decent run back up to Scotland. So when I'm thinking about starting Ice Dragon, it's one for next year, Joanne. It's number 12 for next year, but start whenever you like. You know, by all means, don't stand on ceremony and wait. If he wants it and you're prepared to do it, by all means, go for it. Yes, who did you see, Laurie? We're nosing. Right, yeah, 3:30, toasting on the other side, wrestling Andy for a bit of cover. Oh, of course, yes, it's Year of the Dragon. Is it Year of the Dragon next year? Must be.
Chinese. I don't know.
Great stuff. Yes, Sarah did really, really well. She was quite tired. She obviously had a tough trip down. But you know, she got a trip back okay, as did Sue, who I was sat with from the Wirral. Sue's got back home all right as well in even better time. So it's all good.
Well, we'll be better time. Wirral's a lot funner.
So Laurie saw 5440, a Canadian rock band. Brilliant. So Joanne, you're adding Ice Dragon to your new starts. Great stuff. Cool. An Ocean Pearl. Lovely. Hi, Charlotte. Yeah, it's fantastic. You and those shoes. Oh, my goodness. My feet can't take them, no. She had the most gorgeous, irregular choice shoes. And they were just most fabulous things. And I wish I could wear stuff like that, but unfortunately, my feet can't take it. So pretty, though. And I take it you're back in your hotel as well, Charlotte. So now you're travelling tomorrow, aren't you? Where are you, 732? There you are. Lucy, are you doing the one that the big stitch we was walking around looking at everyone's stitch? I love a regular choice. Yeah, gorgeous but expensive. That's very true. Charlotte had two fantastic pairs. One for each day. Yeah. So, yeah, so there'll be a big stitch in 2026. News just in.
I like it.
You're going to come next time.
No. I know you'll be going.
Men's swimming is on. Laurie has bad thoughts. Oh, dear. It seems to have been a bit of... I haven't really caught up much on news over the last couple of days, but it seems like the Olympics has been a bit chaotic, really, with what's happened with Eurostar and that. And then, of course, I was hearing a talk on the table today about the thing at Manchester as well, which I'm still to look into. Michelle was talking about it.
What thing at Manchester?
Somebody had in the nicest possible way of putting it, somebody had a run-in with a policeman.
Right. Considering the Olympics is in Paris.
No, it's just another bit of news that I haven't caught up on.
Oh, so it's nothing to do with the Olympics?
No.
All right, okay. Let me have a look at it. I'll see what it is.
Back at the hotel, currently having a bath, absolutely knackered, travelling back tomorrow after meeting a friend in Sheffield. Sounds like a plan. And fingers crossed, you will have a smooth journey back.
This is probably it. Ooh, okay.
And there's some previous footage come out as well as to what they did to deserve what they got, basically.
Right, okay. Not totally sure I'm convinced about the police's actions.
Mm-hmm. Well, you'd have to know the whole story, I think,
Well,
and I need to look at it.
I mean, just
a bit.
looking at the sort of first line of it, you just think, okay.
Yeah, if it took a 4.5, yes, you would be looking at probably at least that part, say. But Sarah was saying earlier on that if she hadn't have had to have got back home with Simon's car, because she'd come in her husband's car, that she would have, found a travel lodge or something halfway up and stopped overnight. So, yeah, I'm glad that you're here too, Charlotte. It's lovely. And it was so fabulous to see you at the Big Stitch as well. I was like, I recognise that face. Yeah, because obviously I've got you on Facebook as well. And I was like, yeah. And it was really funny because there were some times when I was looking around that room and I'm thinking, I know that face. It's right familiar. But can I place it? No. And somebody actually placed me by my nails, believe it or not. Because obviously I have my nails done. My treat, because I don't drink, I don't smoke, we don't go out much, do we, love? We're not sort of that kind of party people. So for me, it's having my nails done. And somebody actually recognises me from my nails today. They're like kind of a bit of a USP, aren't they? Unique selling point. I put those stitches in the right place. No, I have not. Doing quite well. You know what that is, because it's been a long day. There. Let's try that again. Up here. Cheers, Silver Stitches. They are a bit longer than I would normally have, but do you know what? They're not difficult to work with. People are like, oh my God, how can you stitch with such long nails? They aren't that bad. I think it's because of the shape. I am having a touch of trouble typing, though, I have to say, especially for work. I'm having to sort of put my fingers literally like that rather than like that on the keyboard so that I don't mistype anything. That could be fun, mistyping in my job, couldn't it, dear? What have I done here now? No, you see, I'm still doing it wrong. There we go. And so my blood's taken tomorrow to check my folic acid levels. Cool. Fingers crossed for a good result. I've had nothing from my blood tests, so I'm assuming that no news is good news and the doctor's happy. They say have me in annually for cholesterol, liver function, that kind of thing. Because I've got, I don't really know if I've still got it because obviously the weight I've lost, but I had a fatty liver. Presumably I'm reversing that with the weight loss. So, but I haven't heard anything negative about my blood tests. So presumably all news is good news. No news is good news, should I say. Whatever the doctor's keeping stum, I'm not having to go down there and sit in his office. Right. Okay. I am not stopping on a whole heap longer, guys, because obviously I've had a big long weekend, so I won't be long as I'm turning in, but with a few more stitches to go yet and a bit more chat to have. And then I have a week off. No work all week. Woohoo! Plenty of stitching done. A few other bits I want to do. I need to do a bit of shopping. I need to get some few bits of clothes because my body has definitely shrunk. Excuse me. So that's one job this week. Sort out my wardrobe and chuck out all my fat clothes so I don't be tempted to grow back into them. And actually have some room to put my clothes away. Dawn to dark stitching on the week off, I wish. I've got a bit of gardening to do, some shopping to do. I want to sort out and catalogue my thread cones as well, so I know exactly what I've got. Poor Andy, last Saturday, I said to him, oh, I've run out of 3831 on my master set. Would you have a look and see if you can find my cone of 3831? And poor old Andy went through every single box, and guess what? No 3831, hence having to put in an order with Lakeside. And I'm like, right, that's another job then for the week off. Go through the cones, get them all catalogued so I know exactly what I have. So do a bit of gardening, clearing out the cones, cataloguing the cones and clearing out the clothes. That is my 3 jobs this week. Come on. Oh, my stitching's misbehaving tonight. But yeah, I mean, Lauren's off school, so she'll be able to give me a hand as well this week. Hannah will be at work, but I'm sure she will also assist. They'll proper enjoy helping me clear out my clothes. I know that. How many cones do I have? About 400. I'm just hear the thud as you've hit the floor. Morty and the Brom, I have heard it. I used to kit for Sarah at Pain Free, and those cones are a remnant of my kitting days. Theoretically, I should never have to buy a skein of thread again. But in reality, there are some that I have already run out of. So my conservatory is full of really useful type tubs full of cones. What I'll do, so you guys can see it, if you're not following me on Instagram, it's an ideal time to whiz over and follow me on Instagram. When I get the cones out this week, I'll get the boxes out and I'll show you some pictures of just how many there are and what 400 looks like. Well, I reckon it's about 400. And some of them are the small size cones, which is 100 grams.
Yeah.
But a lot of them are the big cones, which are 500 grams. So, yeah. Hey, Silver Stitches, don't forget, 8 of my starts next year, because one isn't kitted up. 8 of my new starts next year are already kitted. No, 9, because I've just bought another kit. So 8 of my Gecko Rouge ones are already kitted. This one I've bought today is already kitted. So that's 9. So there's Marta Darlig, which is still to be decided. One to Rule Them All, and Gecko Rouge's Christmas Cat that aren't kitted. That's all. I mean, I'm pretty sure that Sarah would have bought the cones off me if I'd have wanted. But I wanted them. Right, 814. They do take a fair bit of space, but as I said, because they're all in like really useful tubs, you can get quite a lot in a tub. And I've got a conservatory which is basically used as like an extension of a passageway. We don't use the conservatory for anything else. It used to be like where my dogs used to be at night. It used to be where we did our kitting. But it's a bit of a dumping ground now, if I'm completely honest. Hey, Lynn. How are you? How's the knee? Hope you're doing okay. Ah, great stuff. How's your mobility, getting around and everything? I hope the pain's diminishing as well. I know you were having a bit of trouble with pain, weren't you? Back to work in 2 weeks. Blimey. It's gone quick, hasn't it? Definitely gone quick, that. Still can't bend 120 degrees. Mobility's great. Most pain subsided. It'll get there, Lynn, I'm sure. But you're doing awesome. Okay. What am I stitching on today? This is Sailing Fairy, the Nadia Strokina kit from Pain Free Crafts. I love stitching on this. I'm a little biased anyway because I just love Sarah's charting. But, you know, the charting and the mock-up are the same. You know, the stitching and the mock-up, they match. There's no blurriness. The picture is sharper than the stitching or anything like that, which is great. Because, you know, when we're stitching a piece, we do like it to be true, don't we? Okay. Let's see. Brom, you've come separate to Morty. Okay. Where am I now? Let's have these last few stitches in. So, yeah, if you're not following me on Instagram, go and find me, Simply a Stitcher. Hit that follow button. I got 1,000 followers on there yesterday. I was like chuffed. And I'll post a picture of the cones when I start going through them, so you can see just how bad my cones are, my cone addiction is. Better threads than anything else, though, isn't it? You know.
Mum's on about being addicted to cones and called it a cone addiction. I instantly thought of my strange addiction. You know the one. Not doing it, Mum's not alive.
That's Lauren just popped down.
All right.
Did he tell you he scared Hannah in the car yesterday just by doing it?
That's because I didn't say it, I shouted it. Totally accidentally, but you know.
It was still funny.
It were funny, I'm sure.
Despite common thought, we're not joined at the hip. Ah, well, that explains it then.
Yay.
Wouldn't matter if you were. Unless, of course, you know something different to me. There you go.
Yeah.
Me and Andy are usually joined at the hip, except when he's off out filming for his channel. And I'm filming for mine, or somewhere retreaty or worky. Liar, you're laying on the bed next to me.
What?
Brom and Mad Morty and the Brom, they're a couple. But apparently they're not joined at the hip, but Brom is a liar because he's laying on the bed right next to Morty. Right. How's Lauren's? Is it Lauren's foot you're asking about, Patsy? She's not said anything, so presumably she's fine. She's all good.
Oh, you mean that little incident with Lauren's foot?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, she's all right, aren't you, kiddo?
It's amazing what you're remember.
Have you shown everybody your nails? Did we show them?
I think I did. But...
Yeah. Oh God, I've gone all blurry. Wait a minute. There you go. Look at them. Not bad for a 15-year-old, eh?
I'd tell that one redone as well on Thursday. You can't tell though.
Yeah. So there you go, kiddo. Yeah.
The only thing that's really come from that is it's almost like I've got bad luck now
Yeah.
because I had
You broke a nail, didn't you? Yeah.
I had nail snap.
Yeah.
Not being able to get Sabrina tickets.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Still blame myself for that.
You shouldn't.
Should it's most likely my
Shouldn't-
bad luck.
You shouldn't blame yourself if they run out of tickets.
There's like still the only ones that are available that are resale ones tonight and like 300, 400 quid.
Blimey. It's just wrong, that, isn't it? Reselling gig tickets for £300 and £400 a pop. I don't know. Anyway, right, let's give you one last look at number 12 before we do a flush tube this week. And show you all of them. So, Ice Dragon, it's called. After Paying Free Crafts website. I'm not being paid for this, by the way. You'd think I were, but I just love it. I saw it and I thought, yeah, that's what I want to do. So, cool. Right, I have done 220 stitches, 1,000 on this today, plus another 200 on She Sleeps, and I've had it. I am absolutely knackered. So I am going to clear off and get ready to climb up the wooden hill. I am not as lucky as Morty and the Brom already on the bed. I've got to climb a staircase to get there. Oh, I don't know if I want to move. So I am going to go and take my leave. So thank you guys so much for coming in tonight. I know that some of you have been out all day, obviously at the Big Stitch, but still made it in, and I'm so thrilled. Thank you all. It's been lovely to meet the people I've met today. So let's see who we got. Sue, Barbara, Sarah I met, Morty and Brom, Charlotte, Lucy. Sorry, excuse me, I've got a touch of wind. And many others. So I will see you all Wednesday if you're around for a live, but if not, same time, same place next Sunday. Wednesday live at 7:30, Sunday live at 7:30. But don't forget, if you're at Loose End next Saturday night at 6:30, tune into the Needlebug. Chloe, thank you. Tune into the Needlebug and make sure that you see her finish Fred, her stocking. But the link is on my community tab, so don't forget. So straight back at you, Morty and the Brom. I'll see you next time. Bye for now, everyone.